Alright, as I'm getting ready to put this back together, I'm going to try to just point out a few things. People often talk about the barrel channel. That's that gap right there. And that's almost touching there. I'm not going to mess with this stock because it's not a good stock for shooting anyway, so don't really care. But you just bevel that edge a little bit just so the barrel can't touch it. And you can see that the barrel flexes quite a bit in the stock. So that's what they're talking about, barrel channel. You also want to look, you can't really see this with all the guards on, you want to make sure the op rod, give me a minute, gas cylinder's not on. You see how the op rod almost lines up against there, almost rubs. If you look on the side, you can see if it does rub. This one rubs just a little bit. But what you don't want is a hard rub, like all the way to one side, where it's actually contacting. On my CMP stock, the new wood stock and the reproduction hardware, I filed this all way out to give plenty of clearance around the op rod so the op rod don't hit. Your goal basically is to limit vibration and any barrel contact or any unnecessary contact that can cause harmonic differences in your barrel. Basically, that's where your barrel ends up sitting each time. When you fire the gun, your barrel wiggles all over the place, like a worm, side to side, up and down, figure eight. It moves everywhere. What you want that movement to be is about the same. You want that barrel to be in its motion, so to speak, when the bullet leaves the barrel, and you want it to rest at about the same position every time. And when you shoot it again, you hope it wiggles and the bullet comes out when the barrel's pointing in the same direction all the time. If you have unnecessary contact, that's not going to happen every time. If you have a lot of loose play in the stock, if your receiver decides to move a bit forward, it's going to change everything. Move a bit back. If you got a little side-to-side play, it affects everything. Same with the front sight. If this front sight's wobbling back and forth, first thing you should do is learn how to fix that. Not only is it irritating, it's enough to play with your groups. I mean, if you got one that's wobbling back 6 to 8 thousandths of an inch, that's a minute either way. Throw in your skill or lack of, and you're magnifying that minute of angle change to 3 to 4 MOA. I mean, if you're a minute of angle holder with iron sights, God bless you. But if you're a 3 minute of angle shooter and then this variance is flopping around for another minute, you could be as much as 4 minutes off where you thought you were aiming. So every little thing counts. Peen your gas cylinder. Check your clearance. You can even go as far as checking your stock clearance underneath here, but you really shouldn't contact it. This one's pretty close, but the barrel essentially free floats on the Garand, except for the fact that you have the front band, and that's it. Other than that, it free floats except for supporting the gas rod, op rod, and the gas cylinder. So there's a few things. And I'll just keep documenting stuff as I go.